What do you mean? All right. Hello, everybody. Give me a second. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna be back on the camera. Give me 1 second. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing fine, Kai. Hey, guys. How y'all doing today? On this gloomy Sunday afternoon. It is so gloomy over here. Hey, Stardust. It is so gloomy over here. I had a better day than yesterday. I will say that. I will say that. I will say that. I will say that. Give me 1 second, okay? Let me get my other stand. Hold on. Oh, give me some of that sunshine. Give me 1 second, okay? I'll be right back. Yeah, I would like for some of your sunshine to come over here. But I'm glad y'all got some sunshine because we had rain, I think the other day, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So how's y'all Sunday going today? Before I start talking, how's everybody's Sunday going? Yeah, I love the rain sometimes too. I just don't like it to rain so much. But I like the rain as well. I do. I just don't like it to do it so much because it makes me sleepy. Yeah, and I know today is Sunday Fun Day, so everybody's relaxing, trying to get themselves ready for tomorrow. Everybody has to work. People got to start working from home. So I know how that can be. You know, I'm supposed to be starting my job tomorrow, have orientation in the morning, like around 11 o'clock. So, yeah. But other than that, I'm blessed. I'm here. I'm cooling. Like I said, today was a better day than yesterday. I will say that. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that, sweetie. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And if everybody else that's in here, because I see, instead of y'all being in the bushes, come on out. You know, y'all can come into the live. I'm not going to bite you. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm not a mean person at all. Y'all need to come out the bushes and just come on and watch the live and participate. You know what I'm saying? There's no need for you to be in the bushes. Well, hello. Okay, okay. I don't want to equate, equate. Well, hello. How you doing? Welcome to my live. If you get a chance, can you please subscribe and push the like button for me, please? And if you want to return back to my community, you're more welcome to. I really appreciate it. Hey, Mr. Bryant, and hello, Hello, how y'all doing? Hello, Joseph. How y'all doing today? Today what I'm going to be talking about, I'm gonna make this short and sweet today because I know a lot of people got stuff to do, watching football and stuff. I'm doing good. I know everybody's watching football because this is first football day today. I'm doing good. This is Football Sunday. The topic is going to be about how to live your best life. That is my topic for today, how to live your best life. And a lot of people have different definitions of living their best life. Oh, okay, I'm getting a lot of foreigners in here. Okay, I appreciate the love. I appreciate the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do not want to talk about that in my life. Not Charlie Kirk. I do not want to talk about that. I don't talk about that type of stuff on my live. I'm not going to touch that topic. Thank you. I appreciate that because I just don't want to talk about that topic. But back on my topic. Thank you. I appreciate that. And everybody that's coming in, if you would like to push the like button and subscribe, I would truly appreciate that. And if you like my channel, you can come right back to my channel. I would truly appreciate that. But if I'm not a cup of tea for you, then that's okay. I don't take offense to that. But a lot of people have different opinions. A lot of people, how you doing, Hustle? Salute. A lot of people have different opinions of how they want to live their best life. A lot of people prefer to say that to live your best life, you want to have money. PNC, how you doing, sweetie? A lot of people want to live their best life by having a lot of money. A lot of people want to say they want to live their best life not being rich. A lot of people want to live their best life just to be at peace. So it's a lot of definitions of living, how to live your best life. It's not really a definition that is rectified. Everybody had different, everybody has different opinions on that. So the first one that I'm going to be repeating to you is focus on your passion and do what you love. Again, the first one is focus on your passions and do what you love. And I think a lot of us nowadays, we always don't want to salute Main 41. How you doing, sweetie? How you doing? A lot of people do not want to do certain things that they love to do. Some people do have passions, but they want to put it in the back burner instead of working on the passion that they love to do. Like, for example, a lot of people will sit there and say that their passion is to basically cooking. But they put it on the back burner because they need to make sure that they make ends meet to pay their bills and to do this and to do that. But sometimes in life, even though you have to pay bills and you have to do what you got to do, you have to do a type of job that you love to do. And a lot of us don't do things that they love to do because they weren't about the bills. They weren't about basically trying to make ends meet because it's really, really, really hard out here nowadays. But sometimes in life, it's not always about the money. And it's not always about having money in your pocket. Yeah, it was made in our mind to think that money is the way to go for what you want to do. But it's not always about money. It's all about you doing something that makes you happy. It's all about you doing things that make you happy. And if you have a passion of cooking, you should move it towards something that you really love and try to build off of that. And whenever the money comes, the money's going to come. It's really hard to say because I have that problem too. I have a passion, which I love to do this for a passion. But my mind is so focused on the whole money situation because you're trying to survive, you're trying to do this, and you're trying to do that. But like I said, sometimes in life, it's not all about the money. But we have that so programmed in our mind. That's what our mind been training our minds to think and been training our minds to how that's how you're supposed to live. That's how our minds are trained. But you have to untrain your mind and realize that it's not always about the money. Sometimes it's all about you going for the passion that you love. And if you love cooking, you need to go after that. Even though you need to make ends meet, you need to do what you need to do. But it's something that you love to do. And in due time, that money is going to come through. It's going to take time for that money to come through. But at least you know you're doing something that you love. That's how I see it. Maybe some people will agree with me. Maybe some people might think I'm crazy, just like I saw that comment that was coming through the feed. I saw that while I was talking. Somebody was saying that I sound crazy. But in your personal opinion, I might sound crazy. But at the same time, I might sound crazy, but that's probably in your opinion, and I'm not going to take your opinion because I know I'm not crazy. But this is just my opinion. So whoever just said that, have a blessed Sunday, baby. Have a blessed Sunday. And if you think I'm crazy, I'm whack and all of that, then you don't have to be in this chat, honey. You don't have to be in this chat. I'm just saying my opinion, honey. I don't have... I'm gonna give you love instead of getting mad. I'm gonna give you love, okay? That's just my personal opinion. Hello to everybody that just came into the chat. I'm not ignoring you. I was just acknowledging the person that said that they thought I was whack, that I'm crazy, which I'm not crazy. I'm just giving my personal opinion. That's just my personal opinion. And you don't have to agree with it, honey. But it's cool. It's cool. Okay. The next one. Okay? Surround yourself with positive people. I'm going to say it again. Surround yourself with positive people. A lot of us need to learn, not just only surround yourself with positive people, but not only when you surround yourself with positive people, you have to also know who you should have that's cheering you on. You have to know that as well. Not only surround yourself with positive people, but you also need to know the true people who's cheering you on. Because a lot of people that you're going to think that's on your team, they're not really on your team. And it's nothing wrong with you knowing who's on your team, knowing who's cheering you on and all of that. That is all about learning how to live life. And not only just to live life, but to not have that type of energy around you. Because if you don't know the positive people that you surround yourself with, and you don't also know the true people that's cheering you on, you're gonna be sucked up, you're gonna be drained. You're gonna be drained. And you also got to remember too, with you trying to figure this out, you also got to realize that too, that when you in society outside of YouTube, you got to figure that out too. And then not only that, you also have to know as well that you're playing a game. You're playing a game. So you have to know to surround yourself with positive people. You got to figure out who those positive people is. Then you also got to figure out who's going to cheer you on. Then you also got to talk about the fact that when you outside of YouTube, you got to figure out who those people is as well. Who's cheering you on. Because this whole world is a game. It's a game. And it goes around and around and around and around. So not only know who's cheering you on YouTube, you also need to know who's cheering you on outside of YouTube. And figure out who those positive people are. So you can know that you're going to be growing. You can know who's there for you. Plain and simple. But just always remember, surround yourself with positive people, but you also got to figure out who those positive people are. Then you also have to figure out who's cheering for you. Then you also got to figure out who's there for you. The world is a game. You just got to figure out how to play the game. Even though we don't want to play the game because games are for kids. But it's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. Okay? Number 3, take care of your physical and mental health. I'm saying one more time. Make sure you take care of your physical and mental health. Okay. I don't care if you are doing YouTube full time, working a job outside of YouTube or any of that. You have to make sure that you take care of your mental health and you take care of your physical health. Because nobody else can take care of your body except for you. Only you. Not your boyfriend, not your husband, not your BFF. You have to remember that the only person that can take care of your physical and mental health is you. Only you. And that is most important, because if you don't take care of yourself and you don't do the precautions that you're supposed to do to take care of yourself, then who else is going to do it? That's why self-love comes in. That's where it comes in. Self-care comes in. That's what comes in with self-worth. All of that come in. So you have to make sure that you take care of yourself health-wise, meaning that if you got to take a break off of here, do it. If you got to take a break from work, even though you might not have enough time built up, do it. It's all about your health and your physical health. And if you feel that you have to take that time out to take that break, take that break. It's all about this and your body. And if you do not take care of it, nobody else is not going to do it but you. You know what I'm saying? So always remember, the most important thing is to take care of your physical and your mental health. That is the number one priority. Did anything else? Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. I had to tell my daughter to put the food in the oven. Yes, indeed. Okay, the next one is practice gratitude and appreciation for what you have. I'm going to say it again. Practice gratitude and appreciation for what you have. Now, a lot of us, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This is all about expressing your feelings. Just to let y'all know, everybody that's coming in, okay, I want to make this very clear, okay? This is a safe place. Safe place, so you can say whatever you want. As long as you're not disrespectful to me, you can say whatever you want. This is a safe place. You don't have to feel uncomfortable. This is all about uplifting, positive energy. This is a safe place. So you don't have to feel no type of way. Okay? But I will say this, okay? Yesterday, the reason why, okay, I was upset, I was in my feelings and all of that. Y'all might think this is stupid, but to me, it wasn't stupid. I'm going to tell you why. The reason why I was crying yesterday and I was upset, because they had a wrestling event that took place last night. Okay? And I'm a big fan of wrestling. Okay? I love wrestling. Okay? And whenever I get the funds to be able to get a game system, I will get a game system, and I'm going to start playing my favorite game that I used to play back in the day. Okay? The wrestling event took place last night, and in order for you to get it, you had to have ESPN in the subscription. Okay? And my butt couldn't get it because I didn't have 30 some odd dollars to pay for it. So it made me feel some type of way. Okay? It made me feel some type of way. I felt like I felt like, when is this not being able to get this, not going to be able to get that, going to end? Because you know how sometimes you want to look at something or you want to get something so bad, but you don't have it to get. You know what I'm saying? And you got all this other stuff that you got to do, and you got to be patient for that day to come so you can have the money. That's where I was at yesterday. And I was crying out the blue. Snotty nose, eyes watering and all. I was upset. I was upset. And I wanted to look at it, you know, but I don't have it. I don't have it right now. And I was beating myself up about it, and because I wanted to look at it so bad, but at the same time, I didn't have the 30 some odd dollars. I didn't have the 30 some odd dollars. I didn't have it. I wish I did, but I didn't have it. And sometimes when you see other people, and I'm not comparing myself, I'm just making a point so I can reiterate what I was talking about with the practice having gratitude and appreciate for what you have. And sometimes when I see people do certain things, like being able to being able to do things and be able to afford certain things that you see everybody else that's able to afford. But sometimes what you have to realize is that maybe it wasn't your time to get it. Or maybe sometimes you have to be patient to be able to get certain things that you want. And I'm practicing that. It's just that sometimes when it comes down to a brick coming, you know what I'm saying? When it comes down with a brick coming and you think that you almost there, but then you see something that you really like, but then you don't really have it, and it makes you feel some type of way. And that's what happened to me. But what I'm practicing is that I still have a roof over my head. I still got food on the table for the kids. I have a job that I'm about to go to tomorrow, that I start my mandatory meeting that I had to go to tomorrow. Um, I'm very blessed that my dad's still here and my kids, and I'm still able to breathe. That I'm still able to breathe. And that's the whole point of saying practice gratitude and appreciate for what you have. But like I said, I am guilty for yesterday. I was crying out the blue. I was in tears. I was in tears. And one of the content creators that I spoke with today, because I was on his live today, and we both was feeling the same way. Because when you're a wrestling fan and you want to see, the stuff that's taking place and stuff like that, that's not it. That's not a hard question to answer. KFC, because Popeyes, they need to up their game up a little bit more. But anyway, but when you're a true wrestling fan, um, and you want to see the events that you want to see, so you can, be tuned into it and stuff like that, it's gonna make you feel some type of way, especially if you don't have the money to look at things and do things. It's hard sometimes. Yes, it is. It is. So, like I said, I was really in my feelings because I'm just tired of, just just going through this. Oh my God. I'm sorry, Tiny. I didn't mean to make you sleepy. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry I'm making you sleepy. I'm sorry. I know, right? I know, I know, I know. But yeah, but but basically we just need to learn sometimes, like, but sometimes we do need to practice gratitude and appreciate what we have. Cause even though because even though because even though I wasn't able to get the channel or get the subscription or whatever at the time, it was probably not meant for me to get it. Um, it was probably not meant for me to get it. And probably in due time, I'm probably gonna get another blessing that's more better than what they had yesterday. So that's what I had to realize. But like I said, we all need to work. We all have to practice having gratitude and appreciation, because sometimes we lose sight of that, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yes, I know, PNC. But like I said, I was crying hard yesterday. I was in my feelings. I was all teary eyed and everything and stuff. But it's part of life. It's just part of life. It's part of life. You know. But yeah, all of us need to practice that. I mean, at least you're still breathing. At least you still got food in the refrigerator, and you still breathing. You still walking, because a lot of people have had passed away this year. A lot of people. A lot of people have passed away this year, and people has been going through a lot. So I need to be appreciative for what I have, instead of tripping about um the little small stuff, because that type of situation is small. That type of situation is small. Yep. Yep. And that's why I had to sit there and think about why I was tripping so much, because I mean, because it's just an event, and they come up with events all the time. And then not only that, um, they've been switching stuff so much, and I think the reason why they switched the event to something else, because yeah, you welcome. I think it disappeared, so I gave it back to you. So yeah, so just be appreciative of what you have. Just be very. Hello, somebody from India. How you doing? If you just came in, please subscribe to the channel and push the like button, please. But yeah, just be grateful of what you have and just practice gratitude and appreciation for what you have. Okay, so the next one is live in the present moment and enjoy the little things. Live in the moment, in the present moment, and enjoy the little things. I just enjoyed the little moment that my daughter, when she was in the bathroom, for the first time, she started using those little picture things to make yourself, what is it called? Filter. She had just did that. She had just did that maybe a few minutes ago, and she showed me what she looked like with the filter up there. And she had me tickled, because when I saw the filter that she did, man, I said to myself, my daughter is growing up so fast. And not only that, she's starting to get into the filters, and she's starting to embrace her beauty and just being her. And plus, she's 16. So that was a little moment that I had with her before I went on live. Then I shared another moment of with talking to my dad about how I was when I was a little girl, and we was just talking and just reminiscing on things. You know what I'm saying? And those are the type of moments that I love. Like I said, my kids can get on my nerves all day long. They drive me crazy, but I love those little moments. Because every time when I look at my kids, I always be thinking about how small they was and when they was babies. And now, got 18, got 16, got a 14, got twins that's 12. And they are growing up so fast upon my eyes. And I sat there and I said to myself, wow, I actually did that. I did this. and it's so hard to believe at first, because you sit there and be like, damn, they grew up so fast. So I enjoyed those moments, even though it might seem like I don't, because, like I said, teenagers, they drive you crazy and they go through so many changes. But at the same time, I like little moments like that with my children, because I like watching them grow up and mature into individuals that I know that they're going to be. So I cherish those moments with my children. I really do. Because I love my kids more than life itself. And I might not say that as much, but sometimes in life you don't have to always say it. Well, you do. You do have to always say it. But at the same time, you show them by showing them how much you love them. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's more important if you do tell them. You know what I'm saying? But my kids, they growing up so fast. They are growing up so fast. They making me feel like, So those are the present moments that I love, is seeing my kids grow up and becoming the individuals that they are made to be, and not trying to fit in with any crowd. They be their own true selves, if you know what I mean. Because, like I said on one of the lives that I was on today, I said that it's better for you to be alone instead of trying to follow and be accepted. And when you start being in cliques and trying to follow instead of being yourself, that's when you get to a point that them snakes, we're going to call them snakes, them snakes are going to bite you. You just don't know when they're going to bite you. That's the thing. You might think everything is gravy, but it's not. So that's why it's better for you to be alone. And I tell my kids this all the time. It's better for you to be alone than to be in a crowd or a clique. Because when you be in a crowd and you be in a clique, the snake's gonna get you, but you don't know when. You don't know when. So don't be in no cliques, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Maybe for the moment, but yeah, you do. You ain't lying about that one. You really not. Okay, but enjoy the little moments. And enjoy the little things. Yep. The next one. Learn to say no to things that don't idolize with your goals and your priorities. Again, learn how to say no to things that don't idolize with your goals and your priorities. That's a good one. A lot of us don't want to say no because we were so built to say, because some people are so built to say yes, because they always feel they need to say yes, because they built it in their mind for so long to say yes, but they're not used to building their mind no. And especially if it's not part of a goal and not part of your priorities. You hit it right on the note. And a lot of us want to be people pleasers, but then you have to also realize too, you're not here to please everybody. You're not here to please everybody. You're not. You're not here to please anybody. Let's just keep it 100. You're not here to please your kids. You're not here to please your parents. You're not here to please your friends or your husband or your boyfriend. You want to, but you're not. I'm good, James. You're not. The only person that you're here to please is yourself. Is yourself. Because nobody else can please you. You can't please nobody else. Nobody else is not going to please you. They're not going to care. So if they don't care, why are you taking the time out to please them? This is your life. This is your journey. This is your life. So you have to do what's best for you, what makes you happy, and you have to do whatever you need to do to fulfill your goals. You have to figure that out. You have to figure that out. And you can't be so consumed to please the other people that they're not going to sit there and take the time to please you. So if they're not trying to take no time out to please you, why are you pleasing them? Because you setting yourself up. You setting yourself up. That's why everybody keep on saying you can't be a people pleaser. You got to please yourself. And then not only please yourself, you got to make the goals and your priorities the first thing you make. Because like I said, I bet you 9 times out of 10 when they make their priorities and they make their goals and all of that, they're not thinking about you. They're thinking about them. And they trying to figure out a way that they're going to be able to succeed. Now, if they're your true friends or they're your true loyal people that needs to be in your life, they will be there. But if they're not going to understand your goals, your priorities, and everything like that, then they need to get to stepping out your life. That means they're not meant to be in your life. They're not meant to be in your circle, and they're not part of your priorities either. Because if they make you priority, then you can make them priority. But really, in reality, it's not meant for you to make them as a priority. You need to say no. You need to say no. And if they can't get that, they need to get to stepping out your life. This life that you building is all about goals and priorities. They come first. Everybody else need to be on the sidelines. Thank you, PNC. So yeah, so that's the thing. You gotta prioritize. You gotta make goals and not always be people pleasers. Because when you do that, you're gonna mess yourself up. And then when they don't make you first on their priority list, you're gonna be mad. And guess what they're gonna be saying? I don't care. They probably might not say it in the way that I'm saying it, but by their body language, they're gonna, like, reality, they're gonna say that. In reality, they might not come out and say it that way, but by their body language, that's what they're gonna say. They're going to say, I don't care. Or they might do one of these numbers. Y'all gonna laugh at me about this one. They're gonna be doing one of them numbers like, am I lying? They're gonna look dead at you, and you looking at them like, what you do? And then they're gonna be looking at you like, and then what you gonna say when they do that? You gonna be looking stupid. So don't be so focused to please other people. Do what's best for you. Focus on your goals. Focus on your priorities. And don't be a people pleaser, because if they're not doing it for you, you shouldn't be doing it to them. That's it. That's all. Okay? Develop a strong sense of self-awareness and understand your values and belief. Develop a strong sense of self-awareness and understand your value and belief. You know what role that playing? Because somebody put in that chat, what's the full word of what I just said? I already know what it is. I just want to see if y'all know. I already know what it is. I just want y'all to put it in the chat. And if y'all don't know, I'll tell you. I'm going to read it again. Develop a strong sense of self-awareness, and understand your values and belief. Yes, I do. He's my lover. He's my best friend. He's my husband. He's everything. So yes, I believe in Jesus Christ. Okay, I tell y'all because y'all might be busy doing something. Basically, to stem all that, what I just said, it's all about self worth. It's all about self worth. It's all about knowing your worth, knowing your what you are worthy of and what you worth. That's what I get from that. That's what I get from developing strong sense of self-awareness and understand your values and beliefs. I say self-worth. Knowing how much you worth. Knowing your self-worth. Yep. I said my sense, I gave my opinion. I look at it as knowing your self-worth. That's what I get from it. But yeah, you right, Queen. And I gave my opinion. I said that means to me, self-worth. Knowing your self-worth. That's what I get from it. And when you know how much you worth, you don't settle for just anything. You just don't settle for anything. When you develop a strong sense of self-awareness and understand your value and belief, you don't settle for anything. And then that's built on, just to shorten into a word, self-worth. That means you won't settle for anything. You're not going to tolerate anything. And you're not going to have nobody, disrespect you either. Because you're going to know what you're going to tolerate. You're going to know who's worth your time. You're going to know what you basically what your time is valuable. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a type of person, I just don't let anybody in my circle. I don't let anybody. I just don't let anybody in my circle at all. And that's how I build. That's how I build my belief and knowing that my time is precious. It's just not for everybody. It's for particular people that understand me, that love me, that is on my team. That's not gonna give me no problems. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, with that last one right there that says develop strong sense of self-awareness and understand your values and belief. When you shorten that up, that's all about self-worth. And another one comes into is self-love. That means you won't settle for anything. You're not going to just listen to the okie dokes, and then on top of that, what we talked about earlier about being in cliques, you're not going to believe everything when you're in a clique. You're going to find out stuff for yourself, and then you're going to be on the sidelines somewhere, even though you might be on the sidelines and you're not included in anything, but at least you know you're going to stay in the clear of something and you won't be in the middle of it. That's why I just prefer to be alone and float alone. because that's not worth my time. That's not worth my time. And plus, they not in my circle. I make a circle for people that is very positive, that's not negative, and that's worth my time because they know my time is precious. Because all of us, we have precious, our time is precious. All of us. All of us that's on YouTube, all of us that's on YouTube, all of us that's on Facebook, all of us that's any social media platform that you're on, you're gonna build yourself. Okay? You're gonna build a circle with people that is worth your time, that is worth your energy, and that gonna help you build. And when you talk to these people, you're gonna know which one is going to have your back and be on your side and do this and do that, and gonna take your time precious. Because all of us, that was a net, y'all, I'm sorry. I hate them nets. They get on my damn nerves. I'm sorry. Excuse my French. But when you're busy with platforms, like I said, when you develop a sense of develop a strong sense of self-awareness, like I said, you're going to surround yourself with people that's very positive, that's very uplifting, and going to basically understand where you're coming from, lift you up, not bring you down, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I said, your time is precious. And you're not gonna, just settle to have people that's in your corner that, that's gonna waste your time and bring you down. That's what this last one is all about. It's all about knowing your self-worth and knowing self-love. And if you don't know what that is, you need to research that. You need to research that. That is none of your business how old I am. I'm sorry to be that blunt, but it's none of your business how old I am. It's none of your business. I'm not giving my age out. But yeah, you're gonna know. You're gonna know within yourself. You're gonna know, and you're gonna figure that out. And that take with, I don't want to say age because I'm not trying to make people feel old, but it takes time of life experiences. It takes life experiences for you to realize that. You know what I'm saying? So all these things that I had said about how to live, well, I'm going to say this, sweetheart. I'm a type of person that I don't want to give off my age because I prefer not to give out my age. But you don't have to apologize. You're not a sorry person. I just prefer not to give my age. Okay? So you're fine. I just don't want to give out my age. And plus, we're not talking about stuff that pertain to age. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one of these days this week, we might do a Q&A, because I did a Q&A before, but one of these days, if you decide to come back, we can do a Q&A, okay? And if you come back to my channel, we might do a Q&A, and you can ask me questions like that, but it's just for right now. I don't want to talk about that because I'm having one of them topics that we trying to learn, and that's why I just, I like to stay on topic. But don't get offensive. I'm not offensive. We're not talking about that right now. But if you want to come back home, you're welcome to come back. If you subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up, you are more than welcome to come back because this is a safe place. This is a safe place, I promise you, okay? But with the topic that I was talking about, how to live your best life, These, oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Let me make her one. But the topic that we was talking about, how to live your best life. I think these are some great tools that you can use. But it don't have to necessarily be exactly the way they saying it. But like I said, a lot of us, we have to practice certain things that's up here. And I'm not saying that I'm the perfect person. Because I gotta practice them too. Like I told you earlier, I was crying my eyes out yesterday. I was crying my eyes out yesterday. I was crying my eyes out yesterday. And like I said, some people, they might think that that's childish and it's petty, but to me it wasn't. Because like I said, I was feeling some type of way because the financial thing. When you don't have funds to do certain things, you're going to get mad. And if it's something that you love, you're going to get real mad. You know what I'm saying? So it was one of those days yesterday, and it made me get into my feelings. But like I said, it's a better day today because, like I said, and PMC, he summed it up for me. That sometimes in life, that it's going to be certain things that you're going to want to get, but you're not able to get it. But at some point in this life, yeah, because yesterday was terrible. I was crying up a storm. I was crying up a storm, honey, but I'm all right. So it just, it's just one of them days yesterday I had, and I had to excuse myself. I had to go to bed early. I was just like, I couldn't deal with it. So, and then I was cleaning up all day. So it was a contribute to all of that. So it was just a lot of stuff I was going through yesterday. But I'm better, though. I'm better. And like I said before, it's going to be a time that you're going to have moments like that. But then you have to also realize, too, that at least you still breathing, at least you still have, food in the refrigerator and clothes on your back and all that, At least you got all those things. All these things that we're programmed in our mind to have. And when we get it so built up in our brain, we get in our feelings, And it's not our fault. Why you think they got commercials on TVs? Because when we see the stuff on the TV, the first thing we want to do is be like, oh, I want this, I want that. Oh, I want this, I want that. I want this, I want that. Then when you look at that wallet, then you be like, huh? I don't got it. Then you be mad as hell. Then be like, hey, why the funds have to be, and we just get so mad when we don't have it and we want it so bad. But our minds are so programmed to want. But it's like, it's so hard to get to that point of processing in your mind that you're not meant to get it. You're not meant to get it. That time is going to come. That time is going to come. And when every time you try to do that and you trying to fight off, let's say the devil, you trying to fight off and say to yourself, that time is going to come. That time is going to come. But you have to keep on building it in your brain. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said it's just when we look at these commercials and we see things and it's nice, and then we thinking like, well, we can get this, we get that, and then that's when the bills come up, and then all this stuff come up, and then you be like, dang, I can't get it right now. You know what I'm saying? So we just got built like that, and it's not our fault, guys, and it's not my fault. It's not my fault either. But that time is going to come. We just have to be patient. We got to work for it. Even though God knows you're tired of waiting. Even though you get tired of waiting and tired of waiting for that time to come, and you just be like, oh, when is it gonna come? When? You know? So it is what it is. This is life. This is life, like in a box of Cracker Jacks. You don't know what's going to come. You don't know when it's going to go. But just be patient. That time's going to come. And just live life. And keep smiling, even though I got all these daggone gaps in my daggone mouth. But just keep smiling. And being happy you still here. Because all that other stuff is so materialistic. So materialistic. So materialistic. It's just a shame that we you know, we be getting this stuff so programmed in our brain. And we think that we have to have everything that we see. But really we don't. And it's sad that, you know, we built our minds like that. But hey, I mean, at least I'm learning it at this big age I'm in. Yes, Novelty Queen. I was just about to say it, but it registered my mind. Life is all about a box of chocolate. Yep, so yep. But yeah, but it's gonna be alright. We gonna be alright. I know I'm gonna be alright because my orientation day is tomorrow. It's around 11 o'clock and we gotta sit up in there for 2 hours. And boy, gotta hear them talking and talking and talking and talking. But I am gonna be happy once I start working. But I just wish I could have saw that match last night. But hey, it is what it is. But I'm going to do a couple of shout outs for people that's in my chat. I want everybody. Thank you. I appreciate that. I would like to do a couple of shout outs. Novelty Queen Designs. Need for y'all to check out her page. Girls on Point. And she has a website, if I'm not mistaken. She sells merchandise. I think she sells purses, cups, anything that you want, she has. But just go to her page, check her out. And also, she does lives too. And she does really, really good. Very, very good. And I really love her accent. Her accent is so captivating. And I just love when she speaks. I really do. I want you to also check out Main 41. He's a good content creator as well. And he gives you the truth. He gives you the track. He gives you the facts. He gives you the truth. All the good knowledge. He just keeps it 100 with you. Also, I want you to check out Lexi, my auntie. She's a content creator that just got monetized this year. Her page is very uplifting. Basically, she just conversate with you, and basically she tell you her life story. And she also, majority of the people that she has there, that's kids. But you're still more welcome to go to her page. And she's very uplifting and she's very captivating. Her smile will captivate you all day, every day. So if I was you, check out her live. Also, I want you to check out I don't want to butcher her name. Revis but I can't get her first name. Check out her live. Girl, let me tell you, this girl can cook up some food in a lot of ways. But she has a very good live. I just subscribed to her maybe about 2 weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken. She can really burn. She was making me hungry one day. And also I want you to check out James Howard's page. He's very funny. He's very hilarious. He is so funny. He is so funny. So funny. You need to check out my boy James. You need to check out his page. He is so funny. He's very funny. I would say to check out Precious, but I don't think Precious has a page. Precious, do you have a page, sweetie? Precious, do you have a page? If you do, I will subscribe. I will give a shout out for you. The next person. Oh, check out Proud Mixed Child, which is PMC. He has a wonderful page. Wonderful. He keeps it 100 with you. He's very positive, but he's very direct. But it's a very nice setting that he has on his page. He does poetry, and basically he just keep it 100 with you. He really does, and he's a very sweet person. Very sweet person. I also want you to check out Glenn's page. Glenn is a page that explains his life. He's just real laid back, chill. I'm gonna go back and check him out a few more times because I've been there maybe about 3 times, but I haven't been to his lives yet. But I know on his pages that he does shorts. He's a very laid back type person. I get that vibe, and that's about it. All the people that I have in my chat. Okay. Well, if y'all ever get a chance, if she has any content up there, y'all go to Precious Port. Check out her page. She's down to earth. She's a sweetheart. She's a sweetheart. So whenever you get a chance, check out her page. I'm giving her a shout out as well. So everybody that's been in the chat, I gave you a shout out. But other than that, this was a terrific live. I want to thank Maine 41. I love you. I love you. I love you. Lexi, Precious, Novelty Queen. I appreciate everybody that was in my live today. I truly appreciate y'all. Y'all took the time out to listen to me today. And like I always say, I love this community. I love the community that I'm building. It might not be everybody's cup of tea, but like I say all the time, I try my best to make everybody happy and to give good lives. And depending on what time tomorrow, I might go live again. And I'll be looking forward to seeing y'all. I might even do a short tomorrow before I leave to go to my training tomorrow. I might do that. But other than that, this was a good live, guys. And like I said before, thank you. I appreciate that, man. Love you too, Auntie. But this has been a pleasure, guys. I love y'all so much. And like I always say before I leave my live, Pretty Heart the Conqueror is out. See y'all later. Bye. Love y'all, guys.